and welcome back to Apple Station. Well, I have some great news for you, and it's about a movie that everyone has been waiting for. But first, here's the trailer.
夢を見ながら死ねるなんて幸せだよね。落ちていく落ちていく夢の中へ。
あ、みーちゃんおかえり。
起きろ、攻撃されてる。
よもやよもやだ。炎の呼吸一の方。衝突申せ。
禰豆子ちゃんは俺が守る。起きて戦え。
That's right, it's the title that has taken the world by storm in 2019. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. We have some news to share with you guys about the upcoming movie that features the Mugen Train arc. But hearing it from me may not sound too persuasive, so I've enlisted for some help and, well, it's not quite Ash this time around. I have here with me our special guest, Mr. Peter Go, who is the managing director of the company that has been bringing in many of the latest anime movies into Singapore, as well as Southeast Asian region. Here is Mr. Peter Go from Odex.
Thank you very much.
So Peter-san, thank you so much for joining us today to share with us about the highly anticipated title. Now, earlier on, my co-host Ash, he also introduced a little bit about Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel 3 Spring Song to us with a message from our favorite seiyuu, Noriko Shitaya-san. Now, this movie was also brought in by Odex, so this must be a pretty exciting time for you.
Yes, thank you for having me on your program, Reiko-san. Yes, it is an exciting time for Odex. Fate Stay Night Spring Songs fan screening tickets has been selling very well. I would like to thank the anime fans for their continuous support.
So to all the fans in Singapore as well as Malaysia, do check it out, alright? Right, but for today, we are here to talk about Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. So what's new on that front? I believe the fans are eagerly waiting for the release date so that they can plan to watch it in a safe manner.
Yes, we are planning for around January to February 2021 release.
Right, but that will be about 3 months after the current scheduled release in Japan, right? So why is that the case? And can you share with us some insights on release date planning?
Well, there are many Hollywood blockbusters being released on the fourth quarter of 2020. There's just not enough room in the cinema to do a wide release for Demon Slayer Mugen Train movie for October, November and December.
I see, but I'm sure you're trying your very best to speed things up for us, right?
Yes. At the same time, we are planning for a same-day release with Japan. So we are planning on the fan screening, and there's no guarantees, but we're working on it.
Well, that sounds fantastic, you know? It's really amazing if the regional Kimetsu no Yaiba fans can enjoy watching the movie on the same date simultaneously with the Kimetsu no Yaiba fans in Japan. That will be fantastic. But isn't it actually rare for something like this to happen?
Yes. For same-day release as Japan, it is very challenging. There are just many circumstances that's beyond our control that may cause a delay. You'll take an average of 4 to 6 weeks to prepare a movie, making subtitles, altering the DCP, clearing the censorship, cinema screen tests, etc. censorship will take up the bulk of the time, about 2 to 5 weeks depending on the country.
Wow, I mean, as the audience, I didn't really know all the trouble that you need to go through to bring the movie to us. But anyways, thank you so much for your hard work.
So in order to release the movie same day as Japan, we need to receive the materials at least 1 to 2 months before Japan's cinema release date. Now, we all know that Japan's production schedules are very tight, so any delay on the material delivery will have a ripple effect on the release.
I see, but so what happens if it does actually delay?
Well, we'll have to push back the fan screening date accordingly, so we may not be able to make it for same day release at Japan, but maybe 1 to 3 weeks later. That's why there's no guarantees on the date at the moment.
Totally understand that. But in any case, since you usually do fan screenings for your titles, can you tell us your plans for the Mugen Train movie for Demon Slayer?
Well, we are planning on 2 types of fan screening. One is scheduled for release in October with t-shirts and other novelties. The other one in plan is to release in January or February with the Japan import novelties.
January? Why in January?
Well, whenever an anime movie is released in Japan, the cinemas will give out a different movie novelty each week. They're limited edition items, and if you want to collect them all, you may have to watch the movie 8 times in Japan. That will cost about $136 because the average ticket price in Japan is about 17 Singapore dollars. We believe that fans would love to collect all these limited edition items, but since we have to wait 6 to 8 weeks for the general release, we might as well make good use of the waiting time to buy up these movie novelties and release it as a second fan screening in January.
Wow, it sounds like an awesome plan for Kimetsu no Yaiba fans in the region, and I'm sure they'll be very excited to get their hands on Japan exclusive movie novelties. And Peter-san, you actually mentioned something about censorship, and I really hope that none of the glorious anime will actually be censored.
Well, all movies need to clear censorship classification in each country. Without censorship approval, nobody can put any movies in cinemas. Censorship clearance does not necessarily mean that there's any cuts. It means approval for the movies to go into cinemas. For the case of Singapore, movies are generally past uncut with a rating classification: PG, NC-16, M18 or R21. For other countries, some movies have to be cut or else it cannot clear the censorship approval. Demon Slayer movie is almost guaranteed to be NC-16 or M18 ratings.
I see. So if that's the case, then what would this mean to your younger fans?
Well, we do take that into consideration. We are planning to release 2 versions. One, the uncut version, NC-16 or M18 rating. Another version with cuts, trying to achieve PG rating in order to cater to the younger audience. To avoid confusion, we will space out the release timing. The uncut version will go first, then the cut versions will be released maybe 3 to 4 weeks later.
I see. So will this also apply to any of the fan screenings that you're planning to do?
Well, likewise, the censored version will be released 1 to 2 weeks after the uncut version for the fan screening.
I see. I mean, since the series has touched the heart of so many people from all age groups, you know, from the younger generation to adults, it's really nice of you to make this movie accessible to all age groups.
Yes, we are planning to sell the fan screening at around $50 Singapore. So it may be expensive to some, but for many fans who knows that ODAX fan screening always give more value than what is priced at the cinema. Our value calculation is based on the pricing in retail shops and anime events. Take for example, the recent Fate Stay Night Spring Song fan screening. The items include a limited edition t-shirt where we value it at $30, Japan official item A4 folder $17, cam badge at $5, A2 poster at $5, and then there's also week 1, week 2, week 3 Japan import novelty at a total of $51 value, $17 times 3. The movie tickets at $13. Total value is $121, but we're selling at $50. That's why the first 500 tickets, when it's released in the cinema, you're snapped up and you're sold out. And the cinema struggles to add on sessions. So back to Demon Slayer movie, fan screening. The movie novelties are currently pending approval, so we can't announce it yet. but we plan to price it at $50. The value will definitely be much higher, so we hope that everyone still support us when the movie is launched for fan screening.
Wow, that really sounds like a good value, yeah? And I have a feeling that even the fans in Japan are going to get jealous when they find out about this. So Peter-san, please remember to count me in the fan screening. Thank you. So when can we actually expect the announcement for what they will be getting for the upcoming movie?
Well, everything is still on work in progress. We are looking at around mid-September or late September that we can finalize everything. So be sure to check on Odex Facebook for the latest updates.
Really can't wait. Did you say Odex Facebook page?
Yes.
You know what? I think I'm going to start stalking your Facebook page from tonight. Right. So then, that's all the time we have with our special guest, Mr. Peter Go, Managing Director of Odex. Now, Peter-san, once again, thank you so much for taking your precious time out to share with us about all the tough work that goes into bringing movies to us here in Southeast Asia. And we feel that it's really people like you that keep the anime scene in the region so vibrant and exciting.
Well, everyone plays a part, likewise Sozo and Odex. We all work together to bring the anime scene here.
That is right. So please keep up the good work right now. And I can't wait for the fan screening, really. Can't wait. So I'm sure all the viewers out there are feeling the same way too. So Peter-san, before we go, can we get a few more words from you to all the moviegoers out there?
Well, we hope everyone will enjoy the current Fate Stay Night Spring Song and the upcoming Demon Slayer movie Mugen Train. Stay tuned to Odex for the upcoming 2021 movies. We have a few more big titles to announce to the fans.
Thank you very much. So that will bring us to the end of the segment. Let's thank our special guest once again, Mr. Peter Go, Managing Director of Odex. Peter-san, 本日はどうもありがとうございました。
Thank you.